On historical norms, it's not normal. It is the most overconcentrated market in my lifetime. And arguably, studies have shown it's the most overconcentrated market going back really since the 20s. It's also, according to Bob Schiller, the fourth most overvalued market when we're looking at historical metrics of the earnings of the S&P 500 versus what the S&P 500 is adjusted for inflation. However, it's also not normal that within 2 minutes, I could type a little vignette and have myself doing flips right here, which I know I can't do, or speaking to you in Mandarin, right?
Yep.
That's not normal either. And when are we going to see AI? Me doing flips on the video right now isn't going to grow our economy.
Yeah.
But are we going to create an efficiency through AI that ultimately will help and create more growth for companies, including the rest of the MAG, not the MAG 7 only, but the other 493? And now that's challenging because that can be job factor considerations for the bigger economy, but getting more growth in the stock market is, I think, part of what you're going after.
Do those 7, I mean, I know it's kind of unprecedented, but it sounds like there are a couple of parallels throughout the history of the S&P. Is it a rising tide lifts all boats kind of thing, or we're just waiting for those other boats to sort of lift with it? Or is there separation?
Right now, there's the hope that it's the rising tide. That's the hope. Because can AI really help those other companies? Let's take Walmart, for example,
Okay.
right? Or Expedia has already done it, that you can now go into a ChatGPT, let's say, and through a Target or Walmart, can you purchase goods where you're saying, not only I want to have this type of good, you might not know what you want, and using AI to help you do that. Or what about the simple processes of a back office of a company? The logistics, if you're running a Walmart, the logistics of trying to make that efficient. Is the CapEx, the capital expenditure investment they're bringing into AI, is it going to create more growth? Now, that might create more unemployment in the economy, but will it create more growth? And that's the big debate. If it creates more growth, the answer is yes, rising tides lift all these boats. Maybe it'll lift some boats. And then is there a potential fear that none of the boats rise? Probably unlikely. But then the other question is not if, because I think it will be if. It'll happen. But when? And the market looks at valuation about when. It's kind of like the old adage, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
So there's a timeline that the market is pricing in to lift these boats.
Mm-hmm.
And is that going to be a year or two? And if it's 3 or 4 years, I think then we're showing an overvalued market.
Is there, I mean, you kind of just hinted at a timetable there, but what's the timetable where it's, okay, we need to do, someone needs to intervene or something needs to happen. The other shoe needs to drop, so to speak.
This isn't necessarily my specialty, but I would say probably in like 24 months, you better start seeing some real developments and not shiny objects.
Yeah.
We don't need to see, everyone, CEOs flipping and speaking Mandarin on AI. That's not what we're talking about.